So let me quickly do this last one for everybody, because I think some of you need to understand, especially the people in Kingston and St. Catherine and the other parishes that have not been devastated with this hurricane. Let me tell you what the problems that you're about to experience, because I don't think some of you know. A lot of you are just casually going by. I don't think you have a clue. There's no food in the country. Been saying that. There's no food. You know what the government should have done? The farmers from St. Elizabeth, Manchester, who would have survived the hurricane. The Minister of Agriculture, should have arranged for every single one of these farmers to come together, relocate them, identify farmlands in St. Catherine and Kingston. Trust me, there's a whole heap of farmlands, especially in St. Catherine, that are not being used, that are currently being bought out to put houses on. It's very sad. It's really sad that nobody has thought of this as yet. For a country that prior to the storm, we were already more than half of the country without food security. Now that the hub of our agriculture, which is St. Elizabeth, the hub where we get most of our produce, is ravaged, there's no thought or plans from the government of Jamaica to immediately relocate farmers on lands, get it cleared and prepared now, not next week, no, to help with possible famine. The entire world, let me tell you from a geopolitical perspective, the entire world is busy gearing up themselves, stashing away their resources, their financial resources into gold, into silver, and into cryptocurrency. The US dollar is about to die a horrible death. For the persons who don't know anything about finance, let me tell you, I am not a financial advisor, and I'm not offering financial advice. But as an educator, as someone who has been around in the markets for the past 10 years, observed, lost a lot of money trying to understand these markets and what's happening, I pride myself that currently this is now my area of expertise. I have given several videos I've put out there, and I've given several warnings that the US dollar is about to be no more and will be replaced by stable coins. Go and research it. Stable coins. And it is a cryptocurrency, but it is stable. It is pegged to whatever the currency is for whatever country. So you can have the euro stablecoin pegged to the euro dollar 1-to-1, the US stablecoin pegged to the US dollar 1-to-1. Bank of America can have their own stablecoin. Jamaica can have their own stablecoin pegged to the Jamaican dollar 1-to-1. But here's something for you. I said to the Jamaican government, XRP, the cryptocurrency that is going to literally replace the US dollar. Whether some traders wants to argue that, it's up to them. This is my belief. And I can bet my life on it, literally. XRP is going to replace the US dollar for cross-border payments. The RLUSD, which is the stablecoin attached to the company Ripple that made XRP, RLUSD, is going to be the stablecoin of choice. Why? Because currently it is the only one that has an A rating, and a blue chip rating. And the company Ripple meets the requirements from MICA, MICA. That's the governing body or the authorities in the European Union that actually gives licenses and stuff for you to operate on a financial level. The company Ripple applied for a banking license. Yeah, and that might very well, they might very well get that license for November here. The US government has been in a lockdown. But the US now is running out of time, and they will have to come out of that shutdown with their genius plan. Go and read up about the Genius Act. That is a bill that the United States of America passed. Genius Act, that bill, and it pretty much it highlights cryptocurrencies, stable coins, and clarity going forward, putting together regulatory framework, a market structure as to how we do things. There are countries like England and other allies of America who are waiting for America to make the big move, seeing that America is currently priding itself of being the crypto capital of the planet. A lot of you think that this is heresy. This is happening before 2025 done. It'll happen. Jamaica has a crisis. And I've been saying the only way that I see possible for us to save the country on a massive scale is for the government of Jamaica to take some of those millions of US dollars and buy some XRP tokens and put in the country's treasury and do it now. Reason being, one XRP now is going at about $2.30, $2.40. I will say this, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not offering financial advice. At this me do, and me know, because me I follow it. I'm gonna ask Christ. By January, a lot of you are going to have your mouths open wide as to the price of XRP. There are some real world scenarios that has to play out that is now going to pretty much give a lot of liquidity to the XRP platform. One, the ETFs, Exchange Traders Funds. You have Franklin Templeton, Grayscale, you have 21 shares. These are multi-trillion dollar, multi-billion dollar firms that have applied for an XRP ETF, right? That is going to skyrocket the price of XRP once approved. We could get approvals for these this November, all right? So if Jamaica were to listen to me, the government of this country, which they're not going to do, and actually buy, let's just say 50 million US dollars worth of XRP tokens, then we could be looking at, Jamaica could be looking at, let's say XRP goes to $1,000, 50 million, you're pretty much going to be looking at about 25 million XRP tokens, thereabout, give or take. You're gonna look about that, and the country, that would be 25 million times 1,000. That's when it gets to $1,000 per coin, and it's gonna happen because in order for XRP to be effective and to move all the monies that it plans to move, all the monies globally will be moved on the XRP ledger. This is my honest belief. XRP is going to be the plumbing work for the new financial system. I know this thing. Me know. Me just know. And if you don't believe, just Google how many banks have partnered with the company Ripple. Japan, more than 80% of Japan banks to use XRP for 2025. 2025 not done yet. There are a lot of other catalysts that are going to play out that is going to skyrocket the price. Derivatives, back end of the stock market. You're going to have the reverse carry trade with Japan. All these countries that are no longer using the US dollar. That it's a whole list of things that's just going to happen one time, and it's going to balloon the price of XRPs. I'm not a financial advisor, not offering financial advice, but if you listen, Jamaica could see trillions of dollars, trillions by next year, and we could fix the problem that we have here with every problem that we're having.